Hi everyone and welcome! We are in the last couple of days and the last couple of weeks of 2029. Amazing, no? And I usually at the end of the year I do a little review of the year, things that went well, things that didn't go so well. That kind of helps me to plan for the next year and set up for the next year. But of course, this year is special because it's not only the end of 2019, it's also the end of a decade. So we're heading into a new year and into a new decade. So I would like to invite you to join me to a process that I call a decade in review. For me, it's about creating your own wisdom map of the past 10 years. And this is a three-part series. So this is part one of the three parts. And I'm just going to dive right in. But let me just point out why I think this is really important. I think I see a lot going on social media, on Facebook already. Everybody says, you need to plan for 2020. But I think in this process, it's very important to take this step back and just take a moment to kind of review that everything that has happened and everything that you've gone through in the past 10 years. And this will really set you up to make wiser decisions and better decisions and do better planning for 2020. Because I think when you know where you are and when you know where you're coming from, you're able to make better choices for the future. And I think, we also tend to be so tough on ourselves. We tend to not acknowledge our progress anyway. So I think it's really a good idea. I think it's fabulous really to take this time and really acknowledge everything that has happened in the past decade before we storm into the new one. And it's going to be an exciting one, as we know anyway, 2020. So anyhow, let me dive right in. So I want you to take a notebook or, a piece of paper, a big roll of paper. Sometimes I do the big paper roll, so I have a lot of space. Take out your nice pens. I like to work with these ones. I also have some gel glitter pens that I like to work with, just to add some fun. So this process should also be fun, and really enjoyable. So take out your notebook or just take out a regular piece of paper, it doesn't matter. And put up section one. So we're going to start with section one today, which is, what am I proud of? Okay. So here, this is your opportunity to mentally go through the last decade and think about everything you have done that you are proud of. What are some of the achievements you've had? What are, obstacles you've overcome? Or I have my cheat sheet here just so you know. What are some of the results you created? What are some of the changes you manifested, or dreams or wishes you manifested over the past 10 years? And we have fabulous tools for that. We have Facebook. If you've been on Facebook in 2009 or 2010, you have this review, you have the memory, so you can go back into your old posts and see what did I do, of all the travels that I did, the people that I met. You have your photos on your phone. Probably you can go through your old photos. That also gives you kind of a nice history and a nice overview of everything you've done. You can pull out your journals, calendars, notebooks, whatever you have. Just take some time to really go through the past 10 years and think from 2010 to now, or 2009 to now, what are all the things that I have done, right? And this may take some time, so be patient with yourself, and maybe also just spend some thinking time about that. Take some time, and it's really, really worth it to go through everything, like the big things, the medium things, the small things, everything that comes to mind. Just write it out and list it out, okay? So that is section one. Section one also has two subsections. So after you've done that, you can add a little title saying subsection. And the first one is, you can either circle them out or you can rewrite them. What were really the big things? What are the most important things that stand out? Now that you think about the last 10 years, what is really the things that stand out? You say, wow, I can't believe I actually did this. So for example, I changed countries, I moved countries, I left my job. So really some major life changes that happened for me over the past 10 years. And then when you think about what are the most important things, then really think about why. Why are they so important? Why are they so meaningful to you? And just write it down. When you know the things that made the biggest difference for you, it really helps you to make better decisions, or wiser decisions, or more connected decisions in your life. Okay? So that's really, really important. And it really helps you to create your plan for the next 10 years. So then after you've done that, you can do it in the same session or you can do it later. The second section is also very important. It is about your learnings. So what are the things you have learned over the past 10 years? So, you know, again, you can do a little section in your notebook, in your journal, or on a piece of paper and say, my learnings. So what have you really learned over the past 10 years? What is some of the wisdom you have developed? Maybe what kind of ups or what kind of difficult situations did you encounter? And what did you learn from them? So, and really think about different categories of your life, like in your family, in your career, in your finances, in your health, in your relationships, in your creativity, whatever comes to mind. Think about the learnings, think about things that you've learned or things that became really clear to you. You know, sometimes you leave a relationship and it became really clear to you, like, oh my God, I can't do this. Or you had some health issues that really triggered saying, look, I really need to change this. And you started to work out more, or you started following a diet or a different lifestyle. So whatever it is, just also write them down. And then when you've done that, there is also 2 subsections, or actually 3 subsections to this. So again, you know, you're going to write the subsections. And the first subsection is, what lessons were actually the biggest game changers? So what learnings did you have in the past 10 years that really catapulted you into a different way of being? That's also a very interesting question to even just think about. And then why do these matter to me? So what did it mean for your life to have kind of these learnings and these insights that really were game changers for you in your life? And as you go into, you know, the next decade and into the future, what do you really want to remember? We're going to go into a different section as well, talking more about the future. But for now, really think about from 2010 to now, what are the lessons you really want to remember and take into the future, into your future self? Okay, so thank you for watching the video. This is part 1. I'm going to post all of this in the text below, so if this feels like too much information, don't worry, you'll find it all spelled out below. And the second part will be live soon. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for doing a decade in review. Thank you for creating your own wisdom map, and please share. I'm really curious. So if you have something that you're really proud of, please post it. Send me a comment, send me a message, put it in my Facebook group, send me a message on social media, whatever it is, and let's connect, okay? And then also with the lessons learned, I'm also curious to see what are the lessons you've really learned in this time, okay? So good luck with that. Have some fun. As I said, take out the shiny, brilliant pens that you need, and let's do this, okay? See you soon. Thank you for listening. Bye.